Check it, direct it, let's begin. Body on, body. Okay. Hello. We are live. We are live once again. Welcome to the Wrestling Council, brought to you each and every week by our friends at the Outright Geekery Network. You can check them out, outrightgeekery.com. They keep us going. They keep us on all the streaming services, iTunes, Spotify. You can find us everywhere. We're like Visa. The new name of this show is the Visa Council because we're everywhere you want to be. But as always, I am Antonio Bryce. I am 1/4 of the Wrestling Council. You can catch us each and every week, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on either this channel or next week we'll be on the S&B Network. Right down below me there, my good buddy Boogie Bentley. What's going on, player?
Oh man, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be a member of the Four Horsemen of Professional Wrestling Podcast, and that is
There you go.
Undisputed.
Ooh, okay. Now, right next to Boogie is another buddy of ours. He is the undisputed champion of AEW. Yul Carter, how you doing, brother?
Wait, which division are we talking about?
I don't know.
Don't worry about
The juniors division.
the juniors division.
Junior
I think I'm too heavy
cheeseburger
for that. Junior cheeseburger division.
Moving up.
Woo! Yeah, hi everybody. All right, move along.
All right. So up above Mr. Carter there is the man, the myth, the legend, comic book Bob. What's going on, Bob? How you doing, brother?
Salutations.
There you go. Right. And we are broadcasting live across multiple platforms this week. We're on the Akari Press Facebook channel. We are on Periscope right now. If you follow me on Twitter at Akari Press, we're streaming live. You can chat in there. And of course, right here each and every week on the Akari Press YouTube channel. We are so glad to have you welcome us into your home each and every week. Over the top. Somebody stop the damn man. Oh, no, anyway. All right. Another
on Periscope, it's the Pregnant Bellas. What?
Yeah. That was the original name. I was like Pregnant Bellas. That was the original name, and I changed it.
Got the baby bump.
Yeah, because the Bellas will be making a appearance on Friday Night SmackDown this week. Both of them pregnant with their little demon seeds.
Wait, what are they going to do? Just like walk into the ring, bump bellies, and break their water? What the hell?
It's leaked out that WWE wants to induct them into the Hall of Fame.
There you go. Now it all makes sense. I didn't know that. Now it makes perfect sense.
You didn't hear that? Yeah.
I'm done working. Let's talk.
All right. So let me
giving away a Funko Pop still.
If
we get to 50.
You got to get 50 people in here, man. Everybody that's in the chat, man. Get all your friends in here. We got that thing.
It's got to be 50 on YouTube for the record.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And once they get that thing out of here, we got other stuff to give away. I actually bought stuff from when I went to AEW Dynamite, the taping to actually give away. So
who doesn't want this? Besides me.
I don't want it.
Okay, but I don't know. I would love to have the Funko Pop. Please send that.
Yeah, and it doubles as a Funko for Jeff. So
yeah,
that's right.
I'm a big fan of Jeff Hicks. World class bullshitters are our buddies.
We got to talk boxing. Comics legend down there wanting to know who wins between Wilder and Fury.
I got Wilder winning that. I thought Wilder won it before.
No way, Wilder did not win that fight, dude. Fury won that fight.
I'm with Antonio, man. I think
you both don't know anything about boxing. That's okay.
Dude, I've been watching boxing before you was alive, young man.
Wilder's got the hardest punch ever.
It doesn't matter.
He's got some sloppy in-ring technique, though. I will say that. He is not the most polished.
Tyson Fury outboxed him.
Oh, he absolutely
if you said he outpointed him, I'd give you that. But
that's what it's all about.
Well, yeah, but I didn't see Fury knocking Wilder down on the mat, and I thought he got saved a couple times. Like when he went down at one time, the count was a little long. But
I was gonna say, have you seen where people counted it out while he was down?
Yeah,
you could argue that it was a knockout.
Well,
but points wise, I got Fury winning that fight.
But there's But there's people who argue that saying that the reason why he didn't get up is that he was listening to the refs count, and he got up when the refs count reached the point. So
Yeah, it's just same thing in wrestling. If that it doesn't count if there isn't a ref counting the three, right?
yeah.
Thanks for bringing it back, Yul. Speaking of ref counts, I'm trying to skim my notes here to figure out what match this was. We talk about AEW not following rules, right? And how guys are not tagging, they're not following the rules when they're in the ring. The 10 count is being ignored, the 5 counts being ignored. How about Keith Lee and Donovan Dijakovic, who were outside of the ring for about 3 minutes in their match? And nobody has a problem with that. Nobody says a word about that.
Yeah,
I have plenty. Yeah. It was a good match, though.
It was go when it's convenient. Yeah,
it was not all right. So I have some problems with that match.
It was terrible.
I don't know. Some of the problems I have with it actually, I think, extend to the Gargano Balor match. So when we get to that, we'll talk about it.
Well, let's get to it now. What are you talking about?
All right, fine. NXT Takeover. You want to talk about it?
Keith Lee, Donovan Dijakovic.
It went too long.
It did go too long.
It went too long. If I've amended that, though.
So it was limited.
If they weren't going to blow this match, if they weren't going to finish this event, right, they aren't going to touch each other again, then it went the perfect length. They did all their spots and all that stuff. But NXT on Thursday or Wednesday, they are going to fight again, it looks like.
Yeah.
Fight forever.
You fight forever. Exactly.
Yeah.
I thought the
this
match started. I thought it started horribly. But then once he hit the flip on that chair, I felt like they kind of clicked after that. The finish was great. But they're just Keith Lee is so much better than him. Much better than him.
Dude, Keith Lee needs to be like I know that they want to keep him in NXT to help push NXT. Man, that dude deserves to be the world champion.
Le champion.
He really does. I know. I mean,
he has to get over this flipping stuff, though.
That's what he does, though, man.
Guys, you can't. What, you're going to beat Brock by flipping around?
But it's impressive when he does it.
When you're that big, yeah.
It was impressive when Brock Lesnar hit his head on that mat. Still finished that match.
What does that have to do with Keith Lee?
Stop doing it.
Ricochet will defeat Brock Lesnar at Super Showdown.
Exactly. I don't know. I think a big guy should be a big guy. You should be a little bit more ground based. I mean, why are you taking away the only thing that that so many wrestlers that we actually like, and that's the only thing they got going for them? And Keith Lee's got to take that too.
What's more impressive, Ricochet doing a shooting star or Brock Lesnar doing a shooting star?
Phoenix doing.
I like both of them.
Corkscrew. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That wasn't an answer, Yul.
His corkscrew is really good.
Dude,
I don't know. Brock Lesnar would. I don't know. He didn't do it the most important time ever. So who cares?
And when he did it, was anybody else besides me thinking that he killed himself?
When Brock did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Brock had done it a long time before that.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, man, that one was like, ooh.
Well, the problem was they told him to quit doing it, so he hadn't done it forever. And then it's like, well, let's break it out on a big time pay-per-view and break my neck in front of everybody.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh my God. Then we got to talk about some of the spots from this week because holy shit.
Well, what else? What else from Takeover? Well, you drive the ship, Antonio.
Well, no, let's start let's start on Friday because that's always sometimes I kind of wish we would structure things a little bit more.
I know ADD.
So you want to talk about Otis?
Well, God, that pissed me off.
Me too.
That pissed me off. But that's what wrestling's supposed to do.
Yeah, because now they're going to keep going with it. That's what they should do.
Oh yeah.
Because Mandy didn't sell out.
Nope.
Mandy didn't sell out.
Well, not only that, but it's the best thing on the show.
It was. SmackDown sucked other than that.
Oh, it was awful. Yeah, it was awful. Then,
3 matches. 3 matches.
And the whole Baron Corbin, he's suspended, but he bought a ticket. They did the same thing on AEW.
They stole it from AEW.
Well, it's been going on for a while.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing that thing that all the people that get pissed off at AEW.
I see.
You stole it from
AEW fans that have only started liking wrestling since AEW started up.
Yeah.
But the Hulk Hogan Fiend segment, or it was Bray Wyatt still, so he wasn't wearing them. That was, oh man, it was like if you had problems sleeping, That shit would have put you to sleep immediately. You'd have been like,
was I the only
Hogan
person?
Was awful. Hogan was awful.
Is I the only person that thought that Hogan looked awful?
And the fact that I'm hearing that he's been working for months to get into shape to take a bump, I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Like his eyes were all sunken, and it's just like he looked like he's half dead.
Oh, I was like, but that's the thing though. Bray Wyatt, the son of Mike Rotunda's IRS, so him and Hogan have been friends. They're all in Florida and all this other kind of thing. So. To like Bray, that's probably like, oh, this is one of my uncles or something. You probably know that guy since he was, he's probably 2 or 3 years old and he knew Hulk Hogan. You know what I'm saying? I get that, but it's just strange, and I don't want to see Hogan. I don't want to see Hogan take, because I kept hearing what Ric Flair said a couple months ago that he had been cleared to wrestle again.
Oh God!
And I was like, these guys, I hope. These guys need to stop. Undertaker was supposed to be at Super Showdown. They pulled him. But they're saying that he's going to fight the Phenomenal One at WrestleMania.
Yep.
Do you think it's because casual fans love that? They're like, oh, it's Hulk Hogan. They would rather see those guys versus a Keith Lee.
Well, those shows
I don't think so, because Hogan's been gone for so long.
But everybody knows who he is. You got to separate yourself
from casual fans. Iraq or what is it, Saudi Arabia, whatever, Kuwait, wherever the hell is she doing all those Arab shows that they're
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. Okay, so they paid premium dollars to get the WWE there to do multiple shows. So that's why, even though Undertaker and Kane can still work, even though they're old, they're like, hey guys, you don't have to wrestle. Just come over and do this one. Those Arab fans want to see you. It's like when they were saying like Sylvester Stallone's washed up, but then he can still open a movie over in like Turkishburg or wherever the hell. He's still a big star. So Undertaker still has a lot of that international cachet. So even though he looks like shit the last few times I've seen him wrestle, he's the Undertaker.
But I still think they do it in the States. I think if they came to your town right now, WWE house show, average card, it's not going to sell out. But if they said the Undertaker was going to be there, it's going to be a sellout. I guarantee it, man. I guarantee it.
Well, I agree with Junkyard Dunn here, man. Dude, Hogan takes one bump too hard, he's just gonna explode in a cloud of dust.
Oh, dude,
like that video.
It was just too much, and
be like a vampire getting staked. It's just poof.
And Bray Wyatt is like the hottest star they have. His merchandise is on SmackDown. He's like they're one or two guy. He's so over. They don't want to. Because apparently he was supposed to lose a couple months ago. And then they're like, no, let's keep going, because they don't want to. They don't have someone to take that spot yet. So I understand if the gimmick is working, I understand they don't want to take the heat off of him yet. So it's but yeah, SmackDown's terrible, and then we transition into NXT TakeOver Portland.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about Nyla Rose.
No, because we're definitely going to talk about Nyla Rose.
Well, I mean, you said you were going to transition. I didn't.
But don't ruin it, you.
I thought. Wait, not me. I thought you, since you were talking about Hogan, you were going to say something about something, brother.
Oh, God.
No, I just thought you were talking about transitioning. I didn't know what you were talking about.
We're NXT TakeOver Portland. Yeah.
Oh, transitioning.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
But okay, NXT TakeOver Portland. Really love this pay-per-view. I thought it was great. I don't know if it had the impact that they wanted, but I thought the matches were all solid. I don't know. Did anybody else here watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay. What about you, Boogie? Oh, no, Boogie, you didn't get it?
Yeah, I loved it.
Okay, good. Okay, so let's
if you're a fan of wrestling, this was definitely the pay-per-view.
The only knock on it I would give is maybe the way that that championship match finished, and then the Gargano Baylor match a little bit, but
I was sad for Tom.
Oh wow, you didn't like Gargano and Finn?
No,
Balor?
I thought it was good. I didn't like what it led into, because it just felt like it was just. It's kind of like the way that they're doing the women in the the women's division in WWE right now, where it's like one day they're a heel, the next day they're a face. It's like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, but Gargano's been a freaking babyface, the most over guy in NXT forever.
Right.
And it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. Screw freaking Tommaso Ciampa, because Tommaso Ciampa has screwed Johnny Gargano time and time and time again. Now Gargano wants that belt, baby.
I would go with that if that was the narrative, but that's not what they're doing.
Well, how do you know what they're doing? He just turned.
Well, because this week on NXT, they were pushing Ciampa as the face, and Gargano was the heel.
Well, that's what it is. He hit him with the belt, dude.
What I'm saying, like
switcheroo. But Ciampa, when he came back, the thing is, when you get hurt, it's like when Kevin Owens got hurt. If you're a heel and you are a good wrestler and you get hurt, when you come back, you're gonna get a babyface reaction no matter what. Ciampa has neck surgery, and they're documenting it and talking about career ending and all this stuff. When he comes back, he's going to be a babyface. No matter what you say or do, he's going to be a babyface. So when he came back, he got that babyface reaction. Everybody's talking about Goldie. They want him to have the belt, blah, 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 blah. It's the perfect time to turn Gargano heel. Let him fight forever, Adam Moneta.
Oh, yeah, the matches are going to be amazing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I thought.
You know what turned him heel, Gargano? Finn Balor wiping his penis juice all over him.
Oh,
I was upset with that.
Oh, it was pretty graphic.
And he was like, and Gargano, like a puss, was like, "Get your hand away from me! I don't want it in my face."
Serious debate. Serious debate, and then Yule just comes and steps in.
I was upset. I really was. Finn Balor. You go and you get that stupid ass hand tattoo, and then you're wiping your penis juice all over this guy's face. You gotta get a little heat on the show.
But dude, man, the matches were great, man. Cole versus Ciampa was fantastic. But man, that Undisputed Era versus the Broserweights, that was awesome. That was my favorite match.
I was happy when they went over. I was happy when the Broserweights went over.
Yeah, same here.
They're so over too, man. They are.
Oh my god.
Over.
That segment they did when they were driving the car was the funniest damn thing I've seen them do in years.
They come back on NXT and the trophy didn't make it. It partied too hard.
She's in a pepper.
There you go, man.
Dude, don't even pretend like that's the worst thing that's ever been on this channel.
Do we? Yeah, that's true. Do we care about Charlotte Flair?
Dude, she. Okay. Well, what about Belair? She was pretty good, right?
Yeah, I thought the match itself was good, but then the ending. But I understand she had to get payback because they had whooped her ass the other week or whatever.
Yeah, man. Charlotte, she blew her up from behind. Bam.
Yeah. I think it's a big deal that the NXT Women's Championship is going to be on Mania, but will it be on Mania or will it be on the pre-show?
No,
it's not going to be because of Charlotte. It'll be on the main.
Yeah, it'll be on the main card.
That's. Hey, if we're talking about making NXT a legit third brand, that's what you got to do.
Oh yeah, and I think that I think Charlotte's taking the belt, man.
No, really?
Yes. Think about it. It's Charlotte.
I don't know,
dude.
man. Well, because it's Charlotte. I agree with you. On the flip side of that, you bury Rhea Ripley right out of the
I agree.
Not if there's some heelish tactic going on, maybe.
How many fish could Bobby Fish fry? Bobby Fish could fry fish. Brian Caraway.
Yeah, but I still think it's burying her because you're taking her reign after that great build up of her taking the belt from Baszler, and you're just basically wiping it away.
Right.
But
which is typical. Even if it's
a thing, even if it's a thing where they go back and forth with the belt, I think you're diminishing the belt's value at that point.
Yeah, I agree.
They haven't done that really a lot recently.
Well, that's because it's not a good idea to do it.
Well, it's not, but everybody likes that Ric Flair, Ricky Steamboat, series of matches.
Woo!
But it was a title change, a title defense, a title change.
Yeah,
and that's kind of how it plays out. It's a nice little 7-month run or something like that.
Yeah.
If WWE did it like that, that'd be pretty good for them.
Did you guys think that the Tegan Nox Dakota Kai match was not very good?
I thought it was awful.
It's a wonder match.
I think it would have been better. And of course, now they're coming back and building to the steel cage match. I think they would have a way better match if it was just pure wrestling. I think they're both really good wrestlers.
Oh yeah,
but you take two girls that who knows how many street fights they've had in their career, probably very few. That's a tough match to pull off.
With bad knees.
Yeah. Oh yeah, both of them.
And they're already like injury prone women.
Yeah,
people.
I was really concerned about that. As a matter of fact, when I was going to say, if they do these spots too hard, one of them is going to be out for the next match.
But you didn't like that match? I mean, for a street, street fight.
I didn't think it was very good.
It was a passable match. I would give, if I had to give it a grade, I'd give it like a C+, but I wouldn't say it was a great match.
And maybe because I was so excited for it too, because I've been hyping those two. I've loved the heel turn. I've loved the whole feud. And it just didn't deliver.
The only thing I really didn't like much about that match was the interference at the end. And
who was that girl? Did anybody know who she was?
Who is this?
I had to look her up.
I know Antonio didn't know. I didn't know.
I didn't know. But her promo.
My notes originally said some girl I don't know comes out and kills Tegan Knox.
Yeah.
Like she completely screwed up the table spot and almost killed her.
And we're talking about them being injury prone, man. When she hit that table and didn't go through it, I was like, "Oh, that's it. She's messed up her neck or something." Right?
You
there.
don't go through it when you throw somebody head first into a table; it doesn't break.
Oh, that looks so bad. But yeah, it's
Raquel Gonzalez.
Raquel, yeah. I mean, as soon as they said her, I was like, "Oh, okay, I remember who that is."
Still don't know who she is.
She had a really good promo backstage on NXT on Wednesday.
Yep,
Yeah.
that was
good. So,
Well, speaking about NXT on Wednesday, or did you guys?
Going to get mad.
Did you guys want to go to SmackDown first?
Well, no, we've done SmackDown. We did.
Antonio's driving this ship.
Okay, I'm saying. Well, I mean, we got an order, so we SmackDown, NXT Takeover. Let's talk about Monday Night Raw.
Okay. Is there anything else on Takeover we want to talk about though? First,
yeah.
Freaking ADD Mini Meltzer over there trying to change gears.
Sorry.
I think we got it all.
I think we got it all.
You want to go to any details about Ciampa and Cole?
Yeah.
The one was a good match. They too many false finishes though. I did think they milked that too much.
It felt like it went really long, but that's kind of how I felt the Gargano, Balor, and then maybe the Keith Lee.
I saw a lot of people with that same opinion of the whole pay-per-view that every match went 5 minutes too long, and that's all. 5 minutes is a long time.
I would have been okay with the main event going the longest, like it did.
Yeah.
But there were two significantly long matches also, and they were also singles matches.
What's a 3-hour pay-per-view and 6 matches?
They were all, every match was at least like 20 minutes plus.
Yeah.
As we slide into Raw, I just want to let you know that I felt that the main event on sliding in to Raw.
That was the pre-show that nobody heard.
I felt that main event was the longest match I watched this week.
Oh my god!
So when we get to that, I'll.
I thought, I mean, the whole thing. What do you guys think about the whole thing with them basically not just burying Matt Hardy, but burying him and burning him and pissing in his ashes?
They took a shit on him. Yeah.
Oh my god!
He loves it.
I don't think wait a minute. I don't think he does love it because he was talking with his fans on Twitter, and a lot of the fans were tweeting at him, going, "Dude, you deserve better than that," and all this. And he didn't want to say anything negative about it. That's why I thought, I shared. There was a tweet that he sent out a couple of days ago that he sent out, and he did a very clever thing where he
awesome.
Put AEW in it, but he didn't say AEW. It's pretty clear. They're starting to acknowledge. They're starting to tweet that free. People were. There was someone on Dynamite, and they were holding up a free to delete sign, and he was tweeting that stuff out.
Yeah,
it's pretty clear he's coming to AEW. They may switch it up and say he's not the actual leader of the Dark Order, but I'm looking forward to seeing Matt Hardy. I mean, him and Jim Ross were tweeting with each other. I'm very much looking forward to seeing Matt Hardy get an opportunity at AEW.
Unless if he's leaving and they know he's leaving, and there is any indication he's going to AEW, he's going to get buried on the way out. That's how you do business.
I understand that, but unless at the last second they drive a truckload of money up to his door, he's going to AEW. And considering the way
the money though.
That's the thing though. People don't realize that he's really financially secure.
Yeah, I don't think it's money.
He's got that compound and everything. I mean, he's got it all.
Vanguard won, my loyal friend.
You know that's his father's land, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I mean, him and his brother have don't they own all that whole state basically?
Yeah, I'm about to say, his father had a bunch. Well, I think I don't know if he's still alive, but his father owned hundreds of acres, and he gave some to Jeff, and he gave some to Matt, and then they all.
And then they built a wrestling ring.
Yeah, but they had they were a little spoiled as children. They had access to a few things. Like when let's make a big pit so I can jump my dirt bike over here.
Yeah, Matt's all, come on, let's go wrestling. Jeff's all, I just want to jump my bike.
But I mean, Matt's not hurting for money. Matt's not hurting for money. He doesn't have to. He's doing it because he loves it right now. I would love to talk to Jeff.
If he's the kind of guy, like we've kind of said, and he's actually more into being creative, it's time to get out.
Well, you know what? Go somewhere where you can be creative.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Getting handed a piece of paper.
He was never more fun than when he was on Impact. And I just kind of feel that with a little bit more structure, a little bit more production value, a little bit more care, he can still come into AEW and be a real fun, thoughtful character.
They're gonna let him do what he wants. That's what they're going to let him do. Whatever Cody, nobody's gonna stop. They're gonna let.
Well, he can't do delete.
No,
he can't do.
No, but he can do some.
No, that's
I thought he trademarked that.
No, that's why he didn't do it. He just teased it in WWE.
No, although what I heard on this was stuff that was said on the dirt sheet that one of the reasons he started cutting back on some of that stuff is because he was like, WWE doesn't really understand what I'm doing. So if I do this stuff, it's wasted. My understanding is he's got trademarks on a lot of that shit.
He might have it
Impact
now,
tried to go after him when he first signed to WWE, and then they backed off.
Mm-hmm.
So my understanding is he pulled some of that stuff on his own because
I think he has full control of it now. Yeah. But I think one of the reasons why Impact went after him so hard over it is because he was going to WWE.
Yeah,
I think with him going, if he goes to someplace like AEW, they're going to be like, okay, well that's not so bad because there's a lot of cross promotion going on in that company.
I think I'll be shocked if we don't see Free to the lead. I think he's been holding, because if you notice what he does on WWE television, and if you watch his YouTube channel, he's doing the character and everything.
Oh yeah,
on YouTube. Yeah, he's still in character on YouTube, but then he goes on WWE. Oh yes, I'm Matt Hardy.
But one thing I will say this though, I don't want him in the ring, man. I mean, he came back in great shape, but his neck is screwed up, dude. He can't move the way he used to. You know, his spine is literally fusing.
You don't have to do the same thing, Brian Caraway. You can recreate it, and
I think he will too.
And not to mention, it's been a while since everybody saw it outside of outside of his YouTube channel. So it'll be new for that AEW audience. I think it'll get over really well.
Obviously,
they're waiting. They're craving him. They're craving him to come.
Oh God, dude, everybody wants him there.
Yeah.
You know? And I tell you what, man, having someone with that kind of a mind that can come up with stuff like that, that's just gonna bleed over into everybody else.
I'm not waiting. This is ADD. I'm going to say it anyway. Raven's in the crowd with the Dark Order.
Yep.
Come on, bro.
Yep.
Who's going to be leading the Dark Order? Matt Hardy? Or why is Raven in the crowd at Dynamite?
What about Raven?
Sitting right beside the Dark Order guys when the brawl takes place.
Yep.
And then later in the show, he's gone. Why is he in the crowd? And then Antonio's like, well, I think he's an agent there or whatever. Why is an agent sitting in the third row? That doesn't happen. They didn't mention his name. If I was like, whoa, that's Raven. Like they never said. Why is he there?
And there was a big photo shoot. There was a big photo thing with him and Darby Allin.
I don't know. It's going to be kind of if he's the leader of the Dark Order, I'm going to be a little bummed. And
it will be amazing. You're crazy.
I could see him
Raven
going.
Is so creative, man.
I could see him going either way.
He looks old as fuck now.
He doesn't. I don't want him to wrestle. I don't want him to wrestle.
You just want him to be the guy.
I want him to be. What are they calling him? What are they calling the guy?
The authority figure. Whatever.
Yes, whatever he is. That's what I want him to be. Yes.
The exalted one.
Him or Matt Hardy, if they fill that role, they don't need to ever step in the ring.
Right.
They just need to be the puppeteers.
Raven and I like him better that way.
Yes.
Because then they could just focus fully on the character.
But Raven's the guy, dude. Give me Raven over Matt Hardy.
No, I was a huge fan of WCW Raven. He was one of my guys, and he came to WWF, and they ruined him. They ruined him, and they put him on the ECW brand. It was fake ECW, so it didn't matter because he had been on real ECW, and it just wasn't the same. And I was like, I would love, but again, it's not 20 years ago. He's not. I mean, but if we're gonna get that mind and that the mic skills and all that, then I'm cool with that. I like to see those guys contribute like that. I'm not saying the bear, but it does start to get to a certain point of non-believability when you got guys that are like 54, 55 years old and they're in there taking bumps with the young guys. And
I don't want that. I don't want that.
Okay.
Don't want that. We can go back to Raw. Somebody in the live chat says, I thought you guys were talking Raw. We are the ADD podcast, and that is
ADD
undisputed.
podcast. Yes, it is.
Let's go back to Raw.
But yeah, like that promo he did with Randy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Randy's being more creative than he's been in years.
It was a 25-minute segment.
But yeah, it took way too damn long, and it's
dude, I hate him.
You got to fill him 3 hours up, brother. You got to fill him 3 hours up.
I'm sick of Randy Orton. I wish he would go back to when he broke his arm or collarbone and he was like doing his RKO news.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Orton versus Edge. And they're trying to use Matt Hardy to continue to build that, but Matt Hardy and Edge hate each other. Why? It's just awkward.
At least Randy Orton talked this time.
Aleister Black killing Eric Rowan is are they finally going to end this crap with Eric Rowan?
You got two guys you're trying to build, and you make a clear-cut winner. You just buried Eric Rowan.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. With his cage.
Yeah,
but Aleister Black didn't do anything with it.
Yep. WWE.
Is it because he is much more above that stupid angle?
Yes, because nobody cares about that stupid angle.
Dude, you know what? I wanted Aleister Black to just go and kick the shit out of that cage.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would have been
that would have been amazing.
If he just right in there, in there. Oh my god.
Just step the crap out of it and be like, we're done with this.
Aleister Black would have been like, it would have been like when Snitsky punted that baby.
Oh my god, I haven't heard of that name. Snitsky.
That's right. Remember the back knee guy?
The back knee, and the weird teeth.
He kicks Lita's puppet baby and a doll. And that was awesome.
What is going
Everybody
on?
in the crowd loved that.
I need a foot to lick.
What is happening?
I wonder where
anyway, that's what there. But Black is above that stupid angle. So it's still going on, I guess.
But
Rowan's been jobbing guys out for months and then just gets dominated.
Well, we know where the hierarchy is. And goddamn that Rowan, he's been Vintner before. For those of you that don't know, that's like the wine guy.
He was on fire tonight.
Vintner, I can't even remember all. He was part of the Bray Wyatt people, whatever they were called. He stopped doing that to be the wine guy, and then he joined Bray Wyatt again. He's doing the stupid cage gimmick.
Yeah,
this guy is like the next incarnation of Brutus the Barber. By the time Rowan's done, he's going to have like 50 different characters.
Dude, like at this point, man, just have him shave the beard, put a mask on him, and let's pretend he's somebody else.
Oh, he could be the new Sin Cara.
Why not? There's only been like 20 of them. But then, moving on, Charlotte Flair. Dude, am I the only one who thought that this friggin' promo she cut was dog crap?
All right.
Yeah.
What happened?
Charlotte Flair's promo was crap.
I'm not interested in the storyline, but
Charlotte's best promo was that 4-second "I'm in," and that was it.
Riddick Moss versus Rojo Raleigh versus R-Truth. God,
all right, we're good.
Wasn't the worst match I've ever seen, but it's kind of like, does anybody
care?
The
worst. It may be the worst match I've ever seen.
Does anybody care?
What are you talking about? Mojo has really come far.
I've seen Joe Smith wrestle the Mutilator at the National Guard Armory in my town, and it was all
people were there.
Time out. Let me, because since we mentioned R-Truth, I wish I could play R-Truth's new hip hop video that is on World Star Hip Hop right now. It's hot fire. I loved it. I was like,
really?
R-Truth got a new rap video on World Star Hip Hop, and it's got like it had like over 400 some thousand views the other day when I was watching that.
Yeah. Who was it that came into the video with him? There were like a couple of like halfway decent C-list celebrity people in there.
Yeah, I had to go back and watch it, but yeah, he had a couple of cameos in there. It's black and white, and then there's like black and white with him just wearing red in it. So I thought the video was dope. I thought and the song was good. I was wanting it to be horrible so I could just shit all over it. I said, he actually can rap. I'm like, but when he was K Quick and everything, he could rap 20 years ago, it's like, matter of fact, WWE Network, the debut after NXT takeover of Ruthless Aggression episode 1, thought it was awesome, and we got not an R-Truth cameo and a K Quick cameo. He was K Quick in that because he hadn't become R-Truth yet.
What's the point of that show? I saw the advertisement, but didn't really pay attention. Like,
it's the first episode they kind of left with a cliffhanger because it started talking about the transition that WWE was going into after they had won the Monday Night Wars. Vince McMahon has acquired WCW. They get a little stale. Stone Cold's getting pissed off. He walks away because of The Rock. He doesn't want to do business with Brock Lesnar. And obviously, The Rock had started getting success in these Hollywood movies, and so he was going to part-time status. The ratings were down. The attendance were down. They showed some empty. They were showing empty seats all in the arena.
No.
Oh, it was looking bad, and they were trying to figure a way to shake things up. And then obviously I'm looking forward to episode 2. I don't know when they'll break that out because the last thing we see at the end of episode 1 is when John Cena comes in to face Kurt Angle and the whole Ruthless Aggression thing.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, it was a good episode. I really what was it? Michael Rappaport was he was the narrator. He does a lot of documentaries and stuff. Obviously,
really. Have you seen Will Sasso do the like Hulk Hogan impersonation?
Yeah,
on the fighter.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so good, dude. He's so good. They need him on there, man. He's a diehard wrestling fan.
The show's good though. I say check it out. I just don't know how long they're gonna make you wait for episode 2. Because I thought that show was so good. I don't think they're cranking those out every other week or whatever. So I think they're gonna. Oh, okay. Well, let's do another episode when the pay-per-view happens. And I think that show's so good. I kind of want to binge watch it because I want to see. It's like they have the Monday Night Awards show. I think where they had like 13 episodes of that, and it was incredible. I mean, it went and it was good to be able when I got to WWE Network to be able to go from episode to episode and just watch everything. It was amazing. But yeah, Ruthless Aggression episode 1. I'll take that. I just want to
compare. I want you to know. I was looking at WWE events, to see which ones I've been into. And I actually looked up I think I've told you guys this. I went to the Oakland show or the one that Stone Cold was supposed to job to, Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar, yeah.
And then The Rock comes out.
He took his ball home.
Yeah,
he did. That's the one I went to. That was great.
That's history. That's history, man.
Yeah, I went to that one.
and Stone Cold is clearly, even to this day, irked about it. Even though he says I didn't handle it right, he said there's a clip that I just listened to. There's a channel that's been like, I don't know if they're even legal, but they've been clipping a lot of the Stone Cold podcast and putting the audio up in like little 7, 8, 10-minute clips. And the one they posted the other day was about Stone Cold. Kevin Nash had called in and he was talking about when he left the WWE and went over to WCW and all that kind of stuff. And then he felt like he talked about the fake Diesel and the whole deal. And then Stone Cold was like, "Hey, you got to have thick skin to work in this business." He said, because he said, I admit I didn't handle business right when I was supposed to do that job for Brock. But he said, they threw me under the bus. And I was like, he's and there's a documentary on WWE Network about with him and Vince and talk about even when he did come back, Vince fined him $250,000. If I'm trying to find him $600,000. Stone Cold said, he said, I ain't paying that. And then Vince said, well, what do you think is fair? And he's like, 250. He's like, all right, cool. $250,000.
Yeah.
But yeah, that whole they still to this day don't agree on that. Although Stone Cold admits he didn't handle things the proper way.
Yeah.
But he feels like they tried to just bury him because
I think he has a change of heart from time to time, depending on how he, like coming back, he would sound like he was very regretful for what he did. And maybe now as time's gone on.
To this day, he still says, I didn't handle that the right. He said, that was the worst decision I ever made in my life as far as professionally. I didn't handle it correctly, but my reasons for doing it is because I felt like they see Brock and they're like, well, we don't need Stone Cold no more. He's hurt all the time. Let's go ahead and bring this young guy up. And he was like, it's not that I had a problem doing the job for Brock, but they were just going to have me just drop to him like it wasn't nothing, as opposed to building it up so I could have got a payday. Yeah, he's build so he can get a payday out of it.
It's like Kofi Kingston. Look how he lost to Brock. It's the same thing. They don't care, man. They just move on. They just move on. They don't build anything.
That's time to.
That's the comparison between the old product and the new product, man. They just don't give a crap. Speaking of which,
I was going to say that
versus MVP.
I'm
sorry, man.
No, it's all right. No, go for it.
MVP.
MVP sucks. He sucked in his prime. He sucks now.
Oh, wow.
He'll suck 10 years from now. MVP.
Wait.
He's terrible.
MVP was balling, I do believe.
Yeah.
MVP sucks, and he's always sucked. And Drew McIntyre, as much as I like the guy, he sucks now too. His
no, you don't like his funny stuff?
3,
no, I don't.
2, 1.
That's the Claymore countdown.
It's so stupid, man. It's
and
so
now,
forced.
Since you said WrestleMania, I got to point at the sign, so everybody go with me.
I want
his
the
promos were awful.
I don't want the goofball.
His promos are terrible. Yeah. I don't need all that talking. Shut up and kick somebody's ass.
MVP Matt Hardy U.S. Championship thing, the angle they had on SmackDown is still a classic.
But
MVP Matt Hardy. I love that.
Becky's promo was all right. Probably went on a little too long. God dang it! Are they just going to bury Rusev forever now?
Poor Rusev.
He said it's not a new contract either.
No, he hasn't. And given what they did here, I can see why.
They've revoked Rusev Day.
Well, again, we mentioned this last week. That's weird because his wife has signed the contract, so he's gonna pull a Moxley and dip. Is that what we're doing?
I guess.
I don't know. I think so. I think that's what he's gonna do.
Oh God, that's just.
But I mean, the match itself wasn't terrible. I mean, Garza was good.
It was a great match minus Lashley.
Minus Lashley, and then the finish, man, because it's like they're just burying Rusev. Natalia versus Kairi Sane was awful. It just doesn't play very well.
The Mini Meltzer's Raw review.
Well, I mean, what did you guys think? Did you think it was good?
That was underwhelming. Is what
the shit show, and I'm sick of it. That main event was the worst too. I mean, it went so long, and I'm like fast forwarding it.
That's because they've been wrestling each other for 17 weeks. Who cares?
Holy cow! Oh, rinse and repeat. Where was Seth Rollins? And
it's been the same freaking show for 2 months, man.
And all right. So that match was like 30 minutes. It felt like. And then it ends in a DQ?
Of course it
does.
They can do it again next week.
You're telling me that not one Author of Pain one Viking Raider could take that pinfall.
It's on the Super Showdown, dude. They're not going to – it's like, we're going to push this thing. It's
not going to be a sixth man, is it? I mean, come on. They're having another
it's on Super Showdown. What is going on?
I hate them. So let's talk about AEW.
Yeah, let's move.
They at least think about what they're doing.
Just one more thing about Raw. I hate this thing where they're actually they're being literal with Seth being the Monday Night Messiah. That is just God.
It's blasphemy. Who wants to see that?
I want to see. You got to get that collar going. Sharp at least.
The thing where he was going to everybody and he was taking the hands like, yes, much. I'm like, oh God, get out.
No. Do it like Benny Hinn and go
taking a nickname, and now you're pissing people off with it. So
yes, it's stupid.
You got to go out and faith heal. That's what they got to do. All these wrestlers with knee injuries can take their braces off. That'd be great. You're healed.
Cheering. We're moving the live chat cheering us for moving on.
We need to move on. And it was like,
because Dynamite was freaking amazing.
It was amazing, and AEW Dynamite still undefeated in
5 weeks in a row.
5 weeks in a row in the new year, undefeated.
The new
just
decade.
barely came in under 900,000, 893,000 this week.
And
it hit all the important points that they want to hit.
Yeah,
they didn't get any people watching the debates.
Yeah,
and anyway, young people, 45-year-olds.
Yeah, that's true.
But the tag team battle royale, better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to be complete chaos.
Yeah,
I liked it.
I agree.
I thought the rules were interesting. How even if one person gets eliminated from the team, the other one can still stay in there.
Yeah,
you know what I appreciate? They explained that.
Yes,
you knew that before the match started, which I appreciate.
Yep, I liked it. And you know what though? I saw some people like they're damned if they do and damned if they don't. If they put the elite over, they're damned if they do, and if they're damned if they don't, because there's going to be people that complain. It's like, why aren't you pushing the elite? Because they're the biggest people in your promotion.
I don't know, man. I think by them losing early, kind of people are like, okay, this is old. We want you to win now. And now, like guys like Cody, he's the most over guy in wrestling.
Oh my God!
People want to see the Bucks win.
I want to see them get $1 million next year.
I agree with that, but like I said, there's a subset of people out there that are like, it doesn't make any difference what they do. They're going to crap on it.
But it's almost like comic books. It's like, I hate that, but I'm not reading it. It's like,
it's not
screw the elite.
Also.
It's like screw the elite. But I'm not watching it. Your opinion doesn't matter. Like you Twitter troll, it does not matter if you're not watching it.
Yeah,
listen to that crowd reaction.
Oh, it was awesome, man. Maldacito made a good point here. Is that even with all the different teams that are in there, they managed to tell a bit of a story with it.
Yeah.
You know, they like when Santana and Ortiz were the two guys left in there, it was like, that's like, holy crap, man, here comes the friggin' Inner Circle.
And going way back to the All In Battle Royal that they did with Flip Gordon, like the way they tell stories in Battle Royals is impressive.
Yes.
And they have been doing it since day one. Like I said, it goes back to All In, they did it.
Yeah. What did you guys think about the whole thing with the Dark Order luring out SCU?
I think that was fine.
Some people had a problem with it. I was like, I think it works, man, especially with that little tease, like you said, and they got Raven in the background like that. I'm like, oh, they're telling some story here.
The Royal Rumble, what I kind of had a problem with was that there weren't any other stories that built out of it. And in this one, there were a few other ones, including that Dark Order. We have SCU, a team that should vie for the tag titles, now have something else to do that aren't going to be touching them.
Yep.
And that's how you're supposed, Best Friends got their thing going on. And also that Best Friends hug between Matt and
that was great.
I hated the Butcher, the Blade, and the Bunny when they first came in here. I love this thing they're doing between them and Best Friends.
Yeah. So there you go. I mean, it was way better than the Royal Rumble as far as a Royale type thing.
Yep.
And building other stories.
The women's match this week I thought was pretty good.
I need to turn my camera off.
Shayna versus Chris Statlander. I thought that was pretty good. And then the promo that was cut after, man.
Stop and go back.
Okay.
Wonderful match. Beautifully executed wrestling
between
match.
a man and a woman. Oh no.
No, this is the wrong match.
That's the wrong week.
Down, Antonio. Talking about Chris Statlander.
We know what Antonio remembers.
Shayna versus Statlander.
I think Shayna and Statlander are two of the best women on the roster. Yep. I thought the match was good, but not great. I think it could have been a better match. Britt Baker
had that cute little boot nose thing going on.
I like that.
That was funny. She's like,
it was weird. I understand. And then they started talking about her alien, and Jim Ross had to cut Excalibur off because I was like, once you start trying to,
that's enough for one day. As far as telling that stupid story.
Jim Ross is terrible. I'm sorry.
No, JR actually did something really good. They were, I can't remember what match, but they were kind of like glossing over part of the storyline that was going on, and JR actually pulls them back on track for what is going on in the match and how it's playing off on, the storyline. I wish I would have written that down.
He's pissing me off because he spends too many times burying the product.
Yes.
And that's not what you need to do.
That's not the only thing he does.
Well, he does some good things, but that is
the problem. The problem is when he's talking positively about something, a lot of times it rings hollow. I don't know if he really knows what he's talking about.
See, I like the bit that you're talking about between Excalibur and him with Statlander. because Excalibur's saying she says she's an alien,
Right.
and Jim Ross is like, "What? Damn, kid."
What's
That's fine.
What's that got to do with
fine.
barbecue sauce in China, son?
That's fine. It's when he talks about the rule breaking and this, that, and the other. That
Statlander's cosmic shorts are cool looking.
I like everything about her.
Statlander from the head to toe is cool, man. But,
I think I'd rather have seen Shauna win though.
Yeah, and we gotta
I like her too.
We gotta give Britt Baker a little bit of a shout out on the commentary, man.
She was.
Oh, I thought it was horrible.
You thought it was horrible?
I thought she was terrible.
She was fun to listen to. She wasn't.
You can tell she's gotten a lot more comfortable, man.
She just needs to do some more work in the ring and get.
I think her promos have been good. I thought her
promos have been great.
Terrible.
I didn't mind it. I thought it was all right. But do we want to talk about the what happened after that?
When
we can transition to that.
Came out.
We can transition to the Nyla Rose.
I mean, if that's what you want to do. I mean, if you're live, Bob, who am I to judge you for what you want to do? If you want to,
Nyla Rose had a great promo. She came out and had heat.
Yes,
she really had a focus, and she put everybody on blast.
That promo got heat.
The voice is too deep for me to buy her as a woman. That voice is it's like Coming to America.
That'll get taken care of eventually. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Oh no, are you gonna do something?
That shit'll kick in. Don't worry about it.
Why not?
And then
maybe she should affect a British accent or something.
I thought the promo was good. I like Statlander coming out. Why is Big Swole there? Why is Big Swole there?
Dude, you know what though? I'm gonna say something, and I know you guys are gonna disagree with me. It's only slight, but I have seen improvement in her. It is very, very slight. She is super green. She needs a lot of work.
That's unforgivable.
But that promo,
that's an AEW fanboy comment.
That's no.
She's awful. She's terrible.
I'm trying to give credit where credit's due. Oh no, she's still awful. Don't get me wrong. She's still awful.
Antonio.
But it looks like they're trying to work to
tell him, Antonio.
I want to talk about her botch.
Can we talk about that promo that she did though? Because the promo that she did in that was freaking awful. It was awesome what she said.
Brian
what she said.
Attacking Bob in the chat.
Hey, it's okay. I can take it. I'm a big dude. I'm a big guy.
She called Nyla Rose a man.
She called him brother.
Bring your brother. She was channeling Hogan, man.
She might. I mean, if she could only mix that with Booker T at the same time, that'd have been the greatest thing ever.
Oh God, no, that's
you did not just say what's happening. No, tell me you didn't just say that.
Tell me. No, not that line.
I think Flo will be there because they're wanting her husband when his contract is up.
100%.
Doctor.
That's what it is.
Yeah, but
maybe it'll be worth it.
Nyla sounded like Dr. Girlfriend.
Because Cedric's awesome.
But not even that good.
But
it ain't worth it.
I was thinking about it. You know, my dad really likes the smoky voices. You know, like the old school Suzanne Plachette type people, and that's the difference between a woman that has a manly voice and someone that is trying to sound like a woman.
Here's the thing that I really liked about that promo, and even though they deny it, I think this is what they're doing. Jim Cornette made comment about it, saying that they need to use this heat that's coming from the controversy of this. I think they were low key doing that because if you look at
I don't think they want that heat. I don't think they want it.
I don't think they want it.
Well, they should. There's a difference, though. I think they're woke. I think they're woke.
Yeah, but everybody that says that says it negatively, obviously, and they are trying to skate that line.
Yep.
They're playing in all the southern states, and they're skating that woke line. Do you really think they are, though?
Who's they? Who do you think is doing that?
All of AEW? I don't know. A lot of people put the blame on Brandy, but I think Omega.
No. I'm saying playing it up and getting heel heat for Nyla Rose because she's.
No, I think they know that
man.
I think that they know
they haven't done that.
The heat's gonna be there no matter what, so you might as well use it.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
Yeah, but then you're all right. So then you're kind of you're playing fast and loose with reality. And also,
it's wrestling.
It is, but we've had these conversations, where somebody does something outside of wrestling, or lots of Bully Ray. Okay, Here's a great guy. He's playing a heel. I'm playing a heel and I'm trying to scare these kids in the audience, and I'm going to say any goddamn thing I'm going to say to make that happen. And I'm going to get in your face.
Jewel, let me say this, because since you mentioned Bully Ray, did anyone notice I got a little hit from Bully Ray? I tweeted out something a few days ago, and he called bullshit on something I tweeted. It was an article about, he had power bombed some girl through a table, and she said she had a concussion, and he didn't call her and all this kind of stuff. And Bully Ray saw my tweet. I didn't add him. That's what's so surprising.
He's out there vanity searching.
Yeah, he was just out there searching for his name. And
I was late at night and I was on the crapper.
Yeah, Bully Ray said, this is bait, and you fell for a hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah,
and
you put a GIF in there. It's like hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah,
damn.
And I was like, I thought that was weird that Bully Ray was on Twitter.
Like the extra mile there.
Like, why the fuck would you care what I tweet out? I thought it was, but at the same point in time, I was like, this is Bubba Ray Dudley.
When you said that, I thought you tagged him, and then I looked at it and I was like, "Dude's out there searching his name."
No, I did not.
Probably,
but he
was.
He had to be.
But I'm saying I didn't tag him, but I just thought it was weird that I was like, I'm nobody. Why the hell would you even respond to me?
Maybe he bought brand. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey,
but like I said, I think that's.
Let me know.
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing, though. I think that I think they know that heat's going to be there anyway, so they're trying to use it. But
what about
Moxley versus Cobb, man?
Okay, what do you think about that?
Go back to the Nyla Rose thing.
Oh no, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I want to talk about all the heat Val Venus has got.
Oh yeah.
I want to talk about Dustin Rhodes talking about his daughter being trans and all this kind of stuff that happened since we did the last show. There's a lot of shit that's happened. So with after Nyla won that championship, a lot of people have dogpiled on Val, talking about that he's making all these transphobic, homophobic comments. And if you look on his timeline, I'd assume he's conservative. He's talking about gun rights and stuff like that. That conservative people. There's a lot of.
He's out there in Nevada, right?
Yeah, I think
it's not just a gimmick.
He operates a weed dispensary now, and that's how he makes money now. He operates a weed dispensary, and he's got a YouTube channel and everything on it. So I really enjoyed what he's. I really enjoyed some of the stuff he was talking about, and I just thought it was weird that everybody was like, that's small minded, because like I was surprised. Jim Cornette on his podcast admitted that he did not know Nyla Rose was a man. He just thought she was one of these big women, like an Awesome Kong type thing. And because I was wondering why he never mentioned the whole time. I've heard him mention her a few times. He never once mentioned that Nyla Rose was trans. And then until this past Monday's Jim Cornette drive-through, Brian Last really buried Val. But yeah. I thought it was bullshit. I thought Val was making valid points. You have a man, a natural-born man, as the women's champion. You can say, okay, she transitioned, but this is happening in real life. You have people suing, in filing lawsuits in different states because trans athletes are wanting to compete with women and all this. This is a
legit discussion. It's a country. It's a legit discussion in this country. I'm not aware like a porky pig over here.
I agree.
Don't do that either.
I'm agreeing with what Junkyard Dunn says. This
is too.
Wrestling. This is pro wrestling. Tessa Blanchard is the Impact World Champion.
Yep.
It doesn't matter when you start talking about. It's like when I was on Ethan's stream and they were talking about that stuff and talking about the Fallon Fox. That's insanity. If you think a man can transition to a woman and get in a fist fight and punch women in the face, you're a lunatic. But this is pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah,
I don't care what.
When you're talking about it, yeah, when you're talking about it in real athletics, like you brought up the Fallon Fox thing, you're talking about the difference between something that's scripted and a legit freaking cage fight where the trans woman fractured the other woman's skull in 6 places.
That's got to be a division now.
It has to be.
Yeah, but
if they're going to compete, either you can't compete or it's just stupid. The whole thing is stupid. This is wrestling, though, and I can suspend belief. I have no problem with Nyla Rose competing.
Yeah, I mean, when we had Santina Morella when the women I get it. But it's a building to something. So
since you mentioned Santino, Santino Morella has been officially booked to appear at WrestleMania, which and it was someone else. I can't
remember.
remember.
Another gimmick battle royal or something.
Yeah,
like that?
I don't know, but
Maybe.
Santino Marella will be at WrestleMania, so I'm actually looking forward to that.
I hope Beth Phoenix gets to finally give him the lick that he deserves.
She needs to do something besides commentary because she is horrible at that.
Oh my God.
what was it? She said, no, not that way. And all he did was a legal wrestling maneuver. No, not this way. It's like, God, what are you talking about?
I need to see Vicky Guerrero, Santino Marella.
Yeah, but we're not a fan necessarily of the Penixplex.
Oh, no, not Joey.
See, like, I understand where you're saying, oh, this is in the sport. Well, you know what? Trish Stratus barked like a dog in front of Vince McMahon. Do you like that? Do you like anytime someone had to kiss his ass? Because there's a lot of shit that goes on in wrestling that ain't cool.
Yeah.
I mean, we can talk. I'm sorry, I'm talking to someone that wrote something. We can talk about something. Oh, it's fake. Oh, it's just a scripted sport. But there's a lot of things that have been scripted that people don't like. Mm-hmm. You can take that to the bank. Oh, I can't remember that dude's name.
IRS.
No, the jerk whose dad shot himself. I can't remember his name.
Holy shit! It got dark in here.
The guy who buried Buffy. What's his name?
Oh, Luke Perry.
No.
Oh, what?
Jack Perry, Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
What?
No. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Don't worry about it. I'm sorry. I forgot.
But I was like,
that's what happens when
angry.
Well, I mean, it's not. It's like I don't have a problem with anything that's going on, or why we always pick and choose what we don't like.
Yeah.
And we were kind of talking about the Nyla Rose situation. Let's play it up. But there have been times when things have been played up, and then they just drop it, and then they don't give a shit about it anymore.
Yeah. Like, you mean like the
Aaron Young? Oh,
was
it Aaron Young that was gay? He's gay. Oh yeah, everybody. TMZ says he's gay, and everybody's all super happy. And look at the WWE with all their gay stuff going on. And
then they fired him.
And then you have the gay ladies angle, and it's not with the gay lady. I mean,
but yeah, like just when I was going to mention, you talk about the things getting killed, man. What Adam Moneta said about Vicky Guerrero getting ghosted by WWE for going on AEW.
She had to know that they weren't going to be happy that she's not Jericho. Jericho can go back.
Yeah. Well, she said the problem. She said it wasn't the problem that they hadn't called her in like 2 years, and she's like, "Well, I gotta make a living somehow." But they're like, "No, well, you can't have our people on your podcast anymore." Which, like, it's petty, but it's the business.
They've done that before.
Yeah, it's they did that to Jericho after he signed with AEW.
Jericho eventually forgives everybody.
Brother.
Yeah.
Vince forgives everybody.
But
he forgave Bruno Sammartino. He forgave the Warrior. He will forgive everybody.
He didn't forgive Bruno. Bruno forgave him. He had been trying to get Bruno.
Triple H, man, he paved that.
That happened.
Yes, but who is in charge? If Vince says no, it ain't happening.
Yeah, I agree. But that happened because Triple H made that move. And I mean,
but what I'm saying is Vince will let anybody come back. That's what I'm saying.
As long as it makes him money, I think.
I don't care who's responsible or this, that, and the other. Vince knows business is business.
Can I run down a real quick list of AEW? I want to tell you guys something.
I want to give you that, but let me say this because I want to respond to Boogie. There is a female ref that wrestled for. She worked for Vince in the 80s or whatever. She ended up suing the WWF for like harassment and all this kind of stuff, and they have completely erased her. I wish I could remember that young lady's name.
Was she blonde?
Yeah.
I remember her.
It's not Wendy Richter, is it?
No.
But they took her off, and then they moved.
They should celebrate the hell out of her.
They moved this NXT ref, this female ref, to SmackDown, and then this is the first woman to be a. Yeah. And I was like, that's bullshit, because I remember they had a women's ref in the 80s when I was a kid, but she sued the company, and she's still on the dog. She's in the doghouse right now.
But what I'm telling you is, if right time, right place, business is business, he would bring her back.
Yep.
It's going to benefit. It's going to be exactly.
If Brock Lesnar can beat her in 7 seconds, you're back. Don't worry about it.
That's the thing. If Vince makes business decisions, you could like run over a member of his family if he thinks he can make money.
Sure.
That's good shit.
I'm not saying he just forgives everybody and lets anybody come back.
Warrior filed a big lawsuit with them after they buried him on that DVD and everything, and
did he win?
Oh, he didn't win, but
he didn't win. Then people found out what he said about homosexuals.
Oh no! To the Ultimate Warrior saying some real foul shit about like gay people and stuff like that. That the Katrina victims deserved it and all this kind of stuff. Oh, he said some.
I know.
He said some really racist and homophobic shit, and he's like, I'm conservative. I was like, that's not conservative. That's just being a bigot, dude. I'm conservative.
there's a difference.
It's like a lot of times people say racist shit and they go, I'm conservative. I was like, I'm conservative. That's bullshit. That's just being racist.
Since we're running out of time,
I wanted to respond to Boogie, but go ahead and put your thing out, and then I want to close it out with the Cody Rhodes match, the cage match.
So I want to point out really quick. This whole episode of AEW was kind of like doing things that were a little different. Starting with the tag battle royal.
Yep.
Hey, announcing the rules. That's new.
That was awesome. Kicking the what's his name's head off.
Yeah, great stuff. Debuting wrestlers losing their matches. I'm not sure if I was a fan of that, but that was something that happened.
The way they put that over, though, I don't think they buried him because that was an amazing match.
I have a question to ask you about that. Will Dustin Rhodes beat Hager, or will Hager win then?
Hager's going to win.
I think Hager wins that match. Yeah.
The faces screwed up in that tag match, and it didn't cost them the match. And then Cody actually hits a high spot from the top of a cell, and it leads to a victory. That's something you don't normally see.
Not just
the
that
tag match. The tag match is just continuing to build to that eventual heel turn, is what it's doing.
Yeah, but
I think Omega's going to turn heel.
I don't think so.
Can I say? No, I don't think so either. Can I say something about the Moxley Jeff Cobb match? Talking about, we talk about AEW building feuds and building them the right way, not letting guys touch each other. We're getting closer and closer to Revolution, right? We're getting closer and closer. John Moxley's been through the gauntlet. He's wrestled everybody in the inner circle, but he's not touched Jericho. Did you hear that freaking crowd reaction at the end of that match? There's this big brawl. Everything settles. It's Mox and it's Jericho, and nobody else is in the ring. And we get a hand behind the head hockey fight, and the crowd loses it. And then Jericho, boom, chicken shit hill, powders, leaves. AEW knows what they're doing. They know how to build angles.
Two most over wrestlers in the freaking business. Freaking Jericho and Cody.
They're the Moxley.
Well, you gotta define the word over first. Heel is not over. Moxley is over.
Okay. Unless they're singing your song, right?
I got a problem with that.
And since you said that, let me give some advice to Chris Jericho, since he just loves the sound of people singing this song. Stop putting every fucking clip of people singing Judas on your YouTube channel.
Well, he's trying to make some money, man.
He's liking it. That's the problem.
Put another one on there this morning, and I was like, dude.
Did you see what he said about it, though? He was talking about how he was ripping on Meltzer is what he was doing. Actually, he listens to this show, and he was mad at me for saying it. But it's because there's some moments that it's not about being a heel or a babyface. It's about having fun. While I agree with that, you're a heel. Quit creating this moment. Turn your music off and walk to the ring without music.
But
Jericho should not be over. He's the top heel in the company.
Okay. But Cody Rhodes, I think, is the most over babyface in the business. And that friggin' moonsault he did off the top of that cage. That cage was way higher than a normal cage.
Well, I was surprised he did that. And what was the comment I highlighted earlier about did Wardlow botch that? Because it did kind of look like he didn't quite catch him when he came down.
That's because if you watch as he's coming down, his rotation starts again.
Yeah.
And he was like, I got to catch him any way I can, or he's going to end up hurting himself.
Dude, yeah, I thought that might have, because that was
scary.
Yeah,
Oh
it
my
was
God.
scary. I was like, that was unnecessary.
Cody's moonsault kind of sucks anyway.
You know what? And he said, and he actually did an interview after that. Man, he said, like, as he was going up, he's like, he did realize this is way higher than he thought it was. He's like, but he's like, I just kept going and just go,
flipped and then fell forever. Like
he was like.
But
he didn't even look. He didn't even look. He's just like, F it.
Dude, bleed thing so early. I was surprised to see the blood come out so early.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
He bleeds just like his daddy. I love it.
That's his dad.
All roads bleed. I can't believe that.
That promo he cut.
If it had happened later, I'd be like, oh, okay. But he was bleeding like within a few minutes. I was like, damn.
You better. I mean, if Charlotte ever came to AEW, she'd be sporting blood the first night. She'd walk outside.
The crimson mask, baby.
Dude, she's got a strong. And, she's got a strong face anyway. So I don't want to see blood trickling down Charlotte Flair's face. But let me pull this super chat here.
Super chat party.
Chat party. Oh no, matter of fact, I need audio of that for when we get super chat or something. But must be tough to be a heel when your music was on the rock charts, Billboard top 10 for a long time. Well, there you go.
In Germany, I think, right?
Yeah.
When he goes face, because he'll have a face turn probably.
Oh, I'm sure.
And everybody likes that song. It's going to be pretty freaking sweet then.
Well, how big would that heel reaction be if he came out, no music, and said, "You bunch of stupid idiots, keep singing my song"?
He can still do that. He can do that anytime he wants. He might do that at the pay-per-view. Who knows? When it's time, he'll do it.
But I
enjoyed the match. I thought Cody, I thought that was a great.
I like
match.
Brandy being back by his side in those white,
and I love
chair shots.
I love that friggin' promo, that speech that he cut at the end of that thing, man.
I like her white shorts.
I just thought Brandy looked good. We didn't mention the action figures that they showed.
Ooh, those are sweet.
They look great, dude.
I'm getting. I'm
like, Kenny, don't. That's fragile. Don't work it too much.
The faces on them are amazing.
Yeah, they look great, dude.
Yeah, those toys are going to be huge, and unfortunately, Zack Ryder will not be able to feature them on his.
Poor Zack.
Because WWE funds that, so they're not going to let him talk about. Even though it's going to be clear that those are going to be the toys everybody's going to want. He's like, I can't talk about.
Well, I don't know, man, because they show him buying like his Impact stuff and things like that.
Yeah, but do they
he should play a cult of personality?
Stream, but do they? I'm looking on his YouTube channel. I don't see a lot of that stuff. But.
No, the last episode I watched it, I think I could have swore he was showing
on YouTube because
on YouTube.
Okay, I need to peep that because I'm interested because I definitely think if he's doing toy collecting, those are going to be hot toys.
Oh yeah,
everything I saw looked great. Brandy, and they're very articulated figures, highly detailed. So they're great. But
we should get those and have an unboxing. Then we'll really get some views.
Hell yeah, dude!
I'll
tell you what, everybody that's in this chat that's still here, man, let your friends know about this show and everything because we want to do some giveaways here. We get 50 people in here. We're giving stuff away, and we got stuff to give away. And some of it's there. You go. There's the first one right there. I've got an AEW beanie to give away here.
Yeah, we can give you T-shirts and all the things. You pick something out of the WWE shop and send it to you. Things can be done. We have payola, guys.
Yep.
Please tell people about this podcast. Please share this out. We will be live on the SNB network next week. You can check on my channels, my favorite channels list. The SNB network is featured right there on there. Obviously, follow each and every one of us on social media. I'm at Akari Press and Boogie's
that's my YouTube.
And I know Comic Book Bob is Comic Book Bob 1, if I'm not mistaken. And
yes, sir.
And then what your Big Blue Yule is YouTube?
That's Twitter.
Oh, that's on Twitter. Okay,
and that's my YouTube.
But yeah, man. Again, there was some big ups and there was some major downs during this week. I am very much looking forward to SmackDown this week with the pregnant Bellas showing up and seeing what happened with
Like I said, they're gonna run out. They're gonna bump bellies and their water's gonna break.
Yeah, but Okay, so I think we got one more show, and then it's and then it's WWE Super Showdown, or
that's Thursday.
By the time. Yeah, it's on the Thursday, but I was like, is it airing before? It'll probably air before.
Oh, it's this coming Thursday?
Yeah. It'll probably.
So we'll have to watch it before that Thursday night.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. I want to watch it live. Air live.
Hard.
So I'm looking forward to seeing this.
Goldberg Fiend. Oh my God, it's gonna be so good.
That's gonna shit the bed, dude. You heard it, dude.
It's gonna be 90 seconds long,
dude. They're gonna shit the bed with that. That's
it's gonna be
that's
undisputed.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this one up for Comic Book Bob, Yule Carter, and my man from the SMB Network, Boogie Bentley. I am Antonio Bryce. AkariPress.com. You know who it is. Wrestling Council. We out.